So, hanging out, collecting my thoughts, and reflecting on some things that I've discussed, and they all seem to be related. Some of you know I coach some powerlifters, and I've coached powerlifting for a while now. This weekend we had Strongman Sunday. And then we have benching for boobies going on right now. So sign-ups are happening. A lot of cool little things going on. So one thing that I've noticed, and other people have noticed it as well, for example, benching for boobies, or we'll start even further. In powerlifting, lately I have noticed that that there's a lot more women getting involved in it than guys, at least here in San Angelo. Okay? So, very clear, apparent observation. We're going to a powerlifting meet here in November 19th, and there are 6 women competing to the 2 men. 2 men competing. And stereotypically people think, oh yeah, it's a men's sport, whatever. And then further, Strongman Sunday. Strongman Sunday has always been dominated by the women here at the bar. This past week we had, 6 women and 2 men? 1 man? At least 5. It was at least 5 women and 2 men. And some of my friends pointed out, wow, one of my friends this weekend, she said, wow, there's all these women there doing strongman. All these women are doing strongman. There's like 1 guy. Well, there's 2. There were 2. And then bench for boobies, a bench press competition, and you can give your your benefit of the doubt and say it's for breast cancer, right? So women want to get involved in it. There are more women involved in it than the men. I have a theory about this occurrence. And I don't like it. And it's fun. Well, I mean, I like it, but at the same time, I don't like it. I like that women are getting involved, and women are not being afraid to lift and to be competitive and athletic and to get involved in these underground sports, so to speak. I mean, powerlifting's still underground, maybe not. It still kind of is. It's not football. It's not a household name. People who don't know a whole lot about lifting, and some that do know some about lifting, still don't know the difference between powerlifting and weightlifting. So, this is my theory on theories why less men are competing and showing up to do manly things or athletic things. We can't even say it's not a manly thing. It's like an assertive thing. It's a badass thing. So a phenomenon that I think we're seeing right now is that men are becoming afraid to be badasses. Men still want to be badasses. Let's not mistake that. Men want to be badass. But they're afraid to take the risks when it comes to becoming a badass or showing that they're a badass. Why? Why? Because of skinny jeans? Because of putting hair product in your beard? Because of deep V-neck shirts, skinny jeans, long pointy dress shoes? That's why. Men are becoming emasculated. What is masculinity? It's defined by different societies, different cultures within cultures. Country club folk just may define it a different way than the old country boy is going to define it. Versus the gym rat. One may find that money is important or more important than having a big bench or a big squat or being strong in general or being able to change a tire, change your oil, know how to repair something in the house, fix your toilet. Because if you got money, you can pay someone to do all those things. Most people do nowadays. They pay someone else to do it. And I have respect for anyone that knows how to do those things. I didn't really grow up learning a lot of those things. I mean, yeah, I can change a tire, change oil. I've worked on my truck before in the past. But I don't know anything about plumbing. If it's not simple, I can't do it on a vehicle. Heck, I had to get someone to help me change the bulbs in my headlights on my truck because I couldn't figure it out. It's not a 1995 Chevy truck. It's not that simple anymore. But excuses, right? But anyway, men are becoming less assertive and less dominating. Okay? They're less powerful. They're so obsessed with the way they look and appear, they're afraid to risk that. So then my next thought is that men have this ego and this idea of their manliness or their current success, and they're afraid to display it or challenge their current display or their current idea of themselves, so they don't put themselves on display for risk of losing that ego idea of themselves. So we have all these women showing up for strongman. We have all these women showing up for benching for boobies. We have all these women showing up for a powerlifting meet. What's the deal? I just don't get it. Are we in a transitional period right now where men are staying at home and I just don't get it. I don't get it. Women are seemingly taking these roles, these stereotypical badassery roles nowadays, and the guys are being little pansies, little sissy lalas. It's disheartening. And that's okay, not everyone needs to be a badass. But somebody's got to be a badass. So think about that. You want to be a badass? You got to do it. So, do something.